Alright, Blood, Sweat, and Beers coming at you live. Now here's the deal. The last couple weeks have gotten absolutely off the chain. We've had so many movements and teams are still sticking in there. You got CDs, TDs over here in the Musk League taking out Chocolate Rain and Headlock City. Ultimately, he does not have that division secured. Chocolate Rain could come and take that spot. Headlock City fell out, still in the playoffs with those three right there. You do have only one person securing their division, and that is Game of Inches. She has absolutely dominated the Bezos League up to this point, and this will secure her a number 2 spot in the playoffs for sure. That number 1 spot is still up in the air between Chocolate Rain and CDs TDs. Now, this week's gonna be a little bit different on your recap. I've gone over a few different playoff scenarios, so I'm gonna run through each person's scenario real quick. Then I'll go over a preview of who each team is gonna go against this week, and we'll see who the game of the week is. So real quick, with the teams that have already secured their spot in the playoffs, seeing where their seeds are gonna be. Number 1 seed right now is CDs TDs. And like I said, Chocolate Rain could sneak into that number 1 spot, but currently is in that number 3 spot as Game of Inches gets the automatic 2 spot. Now Headlock City could come in and take that 3 spot from Chocolate Rain if Chocolate Rain were to lose, Headlock City were to win with a good amount of points above Chocolate Rain, he'll get that number 3 spot, moving Chocolate Rain into number 4. All CDs TDs has to do is win and he secures the division and his money back. Now, let's talk about the bubble. The first 4 teams that I'm gonna mention are all they need to do is win. They win, they're in. You've got Dag Street Boys, Bernard Aaron Guerin, Spider 2Y Bananas, and Kick Yo Ass G-Ma. Again, all these 4 teams need to do is win their game and they're in the playoffs. Now, for the outside bubblers, this time it's Personal, Cut My Chub, Casey Over the Hill, and Skull Bros Inc. All 4 of these still have an outside chance of making the playoffs. They just need some things to go in their favor. The most realistic chance at making the playoffs on this outside bubble is this time it's Personal. Since she tied earlier this year, this gives her an advantage over anyone else she has the same amount of wins as. For example, if she wins this week, this will put her to 6 wins. All she needs is Spider 2Y Bananas to lose, and she makes the playoffs. Now we'll move into a little bit more on the outskirts with 2-time defending champ Cut My Chub. So what Cut My Chub is gonna need is she's gonna need to, first of all, score a good amount of points and win her game. She's also gonna need to see G-Ma, Dag Street, and Spider 2Y Bananas all drop their games in order for her to secure that spot. Again, she's gonna need to score a good amount of points over a few of those as well. If Bernard Aaron Guerin loses, it's still likely she can make it. She's just gonna need to score more points than what he has. Now let's move into the even deeper realm, right? You've got Casey Over the Hill, which at one point in time thought was no possibility that he could possibly make it, but with a good streak of wins, he's given himself a chance. Now this chance is, while slim, still possible. So he's gonna need Cut My Chub, Skull Bros Inc., Dag Street Boys, and G-Ma to take losses this week for him to be able to see a potential of making it, right? And with that situation, he would still need to score a good amount of points above some of these teams as well. So big score and some unfortunate losses for those other teams. Now, last but not least, you do have Skullbro Inc., who is still with a sliver of hope. Essentially what he's gonna have to do is score an outlandish amount of points and Cut My Chub, Dag Street, Casey Over the Hill, Spider 2Y Bananas, and G-Ma are all gonna have to take losses. Again, this is most unlikely, but again, there's a percentage chance, and it could happen. Score a lot of points this week, Skullbro. Hope for all those things to happen go your way. Now, like I said, there are so many games of the week this week that I can't even see straight. One that comes to mind that I think is just super strong is gonna be this time it's Personal versus Dag Street Boys. This time it's Personal. With that tie this year, it puts her in a unique situation to win this game and hope for one little small loss from someone else, and she's in, right? Now, Dag Street, he wins, he's in. This is a big game. Inside the house rivalry, I don't even want to be a fly on the wall on that deal. Now, the game of the week is gonna have to go to Bernard Aaron Guerin and Kick Yo Ass G-Ma. This game is, without a doubt, winner goes to the playoffs, loser stays home. So I cannot wait to see the fist fly in this one. So with all that being said, let's go get it this week, blood, sweat, and beers.